Welcome to Co-Work Radio. I'm Jane Walker-Woods.
And I'm Catherine Raymock.
We are here in the studio with Albert DiPadova, and his charming young son Marco is also here. Albert owned a company and founded called Digital Media Production in San Francisco, and then he and his wife Shannon opened Do Maternity, a retail and e-com company, very successful. That was acquired a few years ago, and now they're on their third enterprise, the Riviera Towel Company, right here in Santa Barbara. How are you doing, Albert?
Hi, very good. Thanks for having us.
Oh, it's so good to see you. And Marco, you've been out of school for a little while, I know, and so hanging out with your dad. I understand you help him out a little bit, too. Before we get to your Riviera Towel Company, I was just curious about some of the other ventures you've been doing. You actually told me that you started long ago with in-flight entertainment, which was really, I mean, kind of that was very forward-thinking at the time and got you your wife too. So how'd you get involved in that?
Yeah, Shannon and I met in San Francisco because she was working for the Best of Broadway production company, and I was doing in-flight production for United Airlines' little 30-minute show that was shown to all the people traveling from New York. So I told her, look, we have this great show, and you have, at the time, it was Phantom of the Opera. And I said, we have all the other theaters, It would be great to have Phantom on as well. And as soon as we got Phantom on, of course, then we got all the other theaters. So it worked out really well.
Good thinking. Was in-flight entertainment your idea, or were you working with some people on that?
My business partner had started the whole venture on the East Coast, and he needed somebody to handle on the West Coast. And I had just moved out to San Francisco, and it was a perfect fit for my background.
Oh, yeah. What a great idea. From there, digital media company, agency in San Francisco, and then Do Maternity, which I have an idea your wife had something to do with, right?
A little bit.
Did it have something to do with Marco here?
Yeah, he kept us in business for 7 years, basically. We did the maternity thing from 2003 when we launched it, because I had been doing digital media for all my clients in San Francisco. I was helping them launch digital media campaigns back in the day of 56 K baud modems, and so I helped her launch her website when she did Do Maternity, and it took off.
The e-com aspect was that as important as a retail, or did they work together?
Very much. In fact, they do support each other, because the online shopper sees there's a retail store, so it kind of validates their purchase, and then they can shop online for repeat purchases. And then all our advertising, because we had opened 5 stores around the country, all pushed back to the e-com site. So that just grew and grew to the point where it got so big, a company in Chicago, the Learning Years, purchased it because they build baby equipment, strollers and beds and stuff. And they liked that we had over 1 million moms, prenatal moms that were on their journey. So it was an early introduction to that customer for them.
No lack of things for women that are pregnant and maternity related, but you must have seen some sort of hole in the market that you wanted to fill. Why the success, and what did you see? What was the opportunity?
Yeah, early on, it was easy to launch a website and advertise and drive traffic, because from 2000 to 2006 or so, the big stores weren't really into the business. So Macy's and Nordstrom's, they really piled on around 2005, 6, and 7. But before that, when we had launched, doing email marketing and doing digital media was just an easy way to drive traffic. And we were sort of first to market with the maternity bent. So it worked really well for us.
And what really drew me to your current company, the Riviera Towel Company, is the product is quite unique as a towel. It's a super thin, high-quality weave, and you can also wear it as a sarong, use it as a tablecloth. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, after we sold Do Maternity, we kind of kicked around for a few years, and while traveling, Shannon found these wonderful textiles that are just prevalent everywhere in Europe. They use them for everything, like you said, wraps, sarongs, just regular beach towels. They're thin by design, so they dry really fast, and they roll up tight, so you can pack a bunch in a bag. And so they're just super versatile. And she always had this idea that it'd be great to have a towel company on the side, just to throw up a website and see how it would do. Well, fast forward a few years into it, we decided to try it out, and I had a love for the ocean and helping organizations that do good work to heal and protect the oceans. So we aligned those two ideas, and now each collection of towels supports a different marine agency. So we support 10 different marine agencies with profits or proceeds from the profits.
Are you querying people when they're purchasing from you? Is that part of the reason? Do you hear that from people that they're getting your product because they also want to give back? Important?
Yeah, I think that the consumer is becoming much more conscious of where their dollars go and what it can do for the world. And I think you see this from Tom's shoes, where you buy one and give one. That's caught fire around the world. You see that in so many products now, from glasses to all types of kids' products, where they're giving back. And people will spend a few more dollars to give back because, the conscious consumer knows that we can make a better world if we all just try a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, holiday sales this year surged by almost 5%. Now, that's the largest year-over-year increase since 2011. Do you think the death of retail has been over-exaggerated, or is a new, improved retail now emerging?
Well, I've been predicting the death of retail for 10 years. I can't believe that it's survived with free tax or no tax or free shipping. Now it's free shipping the same day. So how it survived this long is amazing. I still think it will find a way with experiential versions of itself. So you have stores on State Street that, like the wine painting store. We thought, oh, what an interesting idea, but could that last? And it does, because people get to go in and collaborate, and those are the retail things that bring education into the retail mix, I think, will succeed. But our online grows 20% a year, and you see retail dropping 5% a year. So it needs to reinvent itself as something more exciting.
Yeah, it's interesting. And you have something, too, that is very tactile, right? So there's a tactile experience in actually going into a shop. And I thought when I looked at your website, well, you've got sort of this great balance, because you do have your store here locally, but some abbreviated hours. You're open from noon to 5, only Monday through Friday. But a lot of that is for your wholesale business. So there's another whole area of how did you expand into wholesale? Was that something you envisioned when you began this, or?
Yeah, initially we thought that would be the main driver of the business. And then we just opened the shop as a office and a showroom for our wholesale clients. But it's just on the Delaware Loop by the News Press there, where you walk through to McConnell's or Blenders, that little archway. So we're the first little shop on the corner there, and it's just a perfect spot for people to wander in, and just enough so I can get my wholesale business done. And we work with local clients, Ellen Canto, and we've done towels for the San Marcos water polo team, and we've done a lot of vendors in town that love the towels and are putting them in their shop as well, down in the Funk Zone. So folks really love the idea of unique, individual, handcrafted and premium products that really are doing good for the world and the ocean.
How are they doing with holding sand? That's always my big thing with the beach towel.
Yeah, and when you have a terry towel, it's thick and bulky. All those little loops get the sand in them, and then you got to shake them out, and half the sand comes out and the rest ends up in your bathroom floor. But with Turkish towels, they're a thin weave, and people at first they feel it and go, this is a towel. This is, they're expecting that terry experience. But the thin weave keeps it so tight, it's like almost a sheet, that the sand just flakes right off of it and doesn't come home with you.
And it's manufactured where?
So we have 2 or 3 different factories in Istanbul, Turkey, and then we also source from Greece and Tunisia, and my wife goes to Italy and brings home special textiles from there as well.
They're relatively, affordable for the fact that they're handmade the way they are. I think it's incredible. Can people special order certain towels? Or I just heard you did the El Encanto, so I'm wondering about that.
Yeah, in the industry of wholesale, we can even dye the towels to the PMS color of the logo. So we can get very exact. That takes a higher quantity to order. But the towel designs are traditional by nature. And then if we have clients that want embroidery or what they call decorating in the industry, we can add that as well, and it's done really well.
What's the minimum order for something like that?
Very small, 30 units, and you can have embroidery done, and we work with a great shop here in town, ID Works, right on Haley, next to Scrap from Arts, and she does fantastic embroidery work, and for larger quantities, we do go overseas and have that done while they're being manufactured.
What do you love about being in business for yourself? Because it sounds like you've done that pretty much all year. Looking at your son, that's so sweet. Because it frees you up to be a father, or what is it?
Yeah, I guess, you work from 5 a.m. to 12 midnight every single day, but it's any hour in between I can stop and hang out with this guy. So that's what counts.
And what brought you to Santa Barbara from San Francisco?
Well, we have built-in grandparents here and family, and Shannon grew up here. So coming back here, it was a little easier than raising 3 kids in San Francisco. And we love being around Nona and Papa and everybody else, all our friends and family here now. It's certainly home.
This has been referred to as the American Riviera, is hence the name of your business?
Where it came from, yeah. Shannon was inspired to name the towels after Rivieras and then color the towels in relation to that. So we use bougainvilleas and vibrant colors from the Santa Barbara Riviera to color some of those towels, and we have French Riviera towels and Italian Riviera towels. So you'll have to come in and see them all.
Yeah, I
touch
wish
them
you
all.
brought one so we could touch and feel it right here.
Yeah, we have a couple we're going to bring in.
It's more than just towels, though, because there are satchels and all kinds of different products as well, right?
Yeah, we call them beach accessories, bags and wraps and cover-ups and whatnot. And it's a great little shop if you're heading down to the beach to stop at.
And you could also go online. It is rivieratowel.com. And we're talking with Albert. His young son Marco is in studio with us also. Boy, it is so great to talk to you. And we will be down there because we're trying to promote our local businesses post of Thomas
And
Fire.
I live on the beach, and I'm always looking for a better beach towel.
And, of course, you can bring your access card, and we'll give you 25% off
Oh,
your
that's
first purchase.
fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, that is actually. Hey, thank you very much for joining us today. Once again, it's rivieratowel.com is the website. And Albert, Marco, thank you for being in today. You can check us out at coworkradio.com, and you can listen to this show if you'd like again. We're on iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, too, and we'll be right back after this with got a little break, and then we're back with barbershop owner Richie Ramirez.